Hello and good day, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm Jules. Thank you for coming to another cross-stitching session. This kind of video or stream is designed for you to have something to kind of just sort of listen to. Somebody else is getting some stuff done. Hopefully you're getting some stuff done, or maybe not. Maybe this is just relaxation. Maybe you're just chilling, letting me do all the heavy lifting. Heavy lifting of a cross stitch. I got my coffee. I got my Diet Dr. Pepper. I got some caffeine. It's good stuff. And we're going to work on the Reaper today. Because we are under 10,000 stitches. We're almost at 9,000 stitches to go. And I need to finish this piece. I feel like a deep and burning desire to finish this piece. And so I've done over 1,000, probably about 1,200, 1,300 stitches on this piece this week. And it's time to keep trucking along and seeing what else I can do. Part of me wants to come up and just work on a big chunk of this because it will help me. If I come over here, this is a Pattern Keeper app. If I come over here and highlight like 3799, it's not that much there or there. And then look at 3371 here. 3371, there's a lot to do there. Whoops, you can't even see what I'm talking about. There's a lot to do on that. Turn this down. All the green, all the way up. So 3371 might be our ticket today on what we're going to work on. There's still a lot of all this little stuff down here, but if I can do that, a lot of the coloration here is the same stuff I'm using down here, so I can kind of double up on that, or I can just do it the other way around. I want to do some dark stuff. I've been working on, and look how little I have to do on this. 2 full pages, and then maybe a third. Maybe if you combine that, maybe it's a third page. So that's pretty awesome. I'm excited. I'm kind of going full out on this piece as of late because I am close to finishing it. It'd be nice to get something done. It'd be very nice to get something done and be able to move into finishing something else. It's been a while since I've had some consistent finishing. I can't see with my glasses on, which sounds ironic, but is so true. Where are we here? Do I have 3371 hanging around? Where are you, 3371? Aha! I found you. I have you now. Good morning, Kim. Good morning, Nala. Good morning, X-Ray. Zuzu is still. We're still trying to tell if this is which way this is going to go. Let's just say that she's feeling better, but she's not feeling great. And my preliminary biopsy results yesterday, I was not pleased with. So the bottom line is I'm trying to figure out if she's got stomach cancer or not. That's our main worry right now. And she's not giving me great. There are times when she looks great, and there are times when she doesn't look as good as she should. And for being where we are. Hey, Truffles. Oh, I get you, Truffles. No worries. Hey, Daphne. That's all right, X-Ray. We're just. It's been sort of a roller coaster of a week. And on top of that, we've got some renovations on top of renovations at work, trying to get this big. I know every time I turn around, I talk about yet another project that I'm working on, but this is sort of the last. I think this will be the, well, I'll always find something else, but the last upgrade that I'm going to do for a while at the practice. So we're just painting the upstairs kennel area. that's 45 years old. A bunch of broken concrete. Where did I put my needle? Where's my needle? There it is. Oh, well, I have color, but I don't know where it went. I'm gonna put it over here. So I put in about 5 hours of painting. My husband's put in about 5 hours of painting, and we have 2 layers of primer down, which should be enough to get us. We'll start painting tomorrow. Be able to get it done in a couple of days, I hope. But it's been exhausting, along with the zoo. The zoo is on fire. That's what we always say with the zoo. But anyway, it's been a heck of a week, and in the midst of the heck of a week, I've gotten another about 1,200 stitches done on Reaper, and so really wanted to kind of just keep stitching on it today. I really like it. I really like to stitch on it. So we're gonna just see what we need to do. Oh no, Kim, no. Our issues are, in the grand scheme of things, not. It's just tiring, you know. I mean, I do too much. I don't let myself just kind of chill. I chill with the stitching. But I chill with the stitching. I haven't worked on anything else, just the Reaper this week. But I must finish it. Must finish Reaper. Because I figure if all I do this year, I mean, I'm not even into February yet. If all I do this year is I finish Reaper and I finish Rainy Water Place, and then maybe I finish one of my own designs, that would be a pretty good year by my standards. But I want so much more. So much more. Because I should be able to finish Boba if I just focus. And, yeah, man. We'll get there. We shall get there. How you guys doing? Anything new? Any new projects? What you stitching on? What are we doing today? What's happening? Oops. Husband went out to My Favorite Muffin, which is the name of the shop, not, something different. And picking up some, I think he's going to spoil us today. Pick us up some very tasty. I like the Boston cream muffin that they make. So get something like that. Oh, but I've had 2 good nights of sleep after 2 sleepless nights, so I'm feeling a lot better. Today is a total rest day, I hope. Hope nothing changes to make that something different. And we got some football, we got some hockey. We got some good stuff. Oh, gosh, Kim. Good gracious. You got almost no finishes last year. You're hoping to get 5. 5? Aren't you the crazy Hayde Stitcher? What are you hoping to get finished this year? I've got like 9,100 stitches left on this baby. Got like a lot of hair. I think it's cat hair. Because what else would it be? Floating cat hair in this room. Floss for wonders of the world. Yay! Hooray! Well, I guess if I had 5 things to accomplish cross-stitching wise, it would be finish Reaper, finish Rainy Waterloo, finish Boba, and then finish 1 or 2, probably 2 of my own, which I know that's already 5 right there. But then I would put into that is finish the top row of Old World Map 2, which is eminently doable if I just start stitching on it. Eminently doable. Cat hair and everything. Essential daily vitamin. No Hades are on your finishing list, but you want to finish Periodic Table, Alice with Flamingo, Emerald City, Christmas Stocking, and Halloween Quaker. Nice. Nice. That sounds awesome. I think with the framing or the roller frame, it's just easier for me to jump into stitching at night. Because it used to be that I would have everything on a hoop, and I don't know, it just seemed like, I put it away and have to get it back out. But if Reaper is just right here and ready to roll, it makes it easier on me. Makes me just be able to literally just pick it up, pull it over right here in front of my chair and just get to work. So for that, I love the roller frame. Do, 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 do. Come here, you. Oh yeah, and I crossed over 80% on Reaper too, which makes me very happy. Hey Allie, how you doing? You've been making small goals on those 5. I found if I can complete each goal in a day or 2, you stay pretty motivated. Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, I think the counting my stitches daily is helpful for these projects. Very helpful. Hey, did anybody here win the big lottery? Just asking. $1 billion. That's a little overwhelming. Just a little wee tad overwhelming. Husband wants me to yell at him. I can't yell at him because you guys would like get your ears blasted. I can't yell at you. All right. That's Bailey. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Working on a project for your grandpa. Nice. Hey, Winnie. Good morning. Gotta say, guys, I briefly talked about the whole mini Keurig, which is how I'm making coffee now, but how I was like, oh, I just discovered that you can make hot chocolate with your mini Keurig. I can't tell you how many cups of hot chocolate I've had this week. I've probably had an average of 2 to 3 a day, and it is the most delightful, delicious thing ever. I love it. Hey, Charlene. Just a lurkin'. Well, happy lurkin'. Making progress, making progress. Oh, so tasty and delightful. Especially right now when it's cold and we feel cold and the house is cold. And my bones are cold. And it's almost like, I guess, the equivalent of what people would say, like drinking warm milk at night or something along those lines. It's just so soothing and it just calms you right down. It's sort of my nighttime, it's becoming my nighttime routine. I wonder how it's going to be when it's hot though. Like, will I still want that? I don't know. Right now, I'm just enjoying the cooler weather. Although I need some snow. I need me some snow. Laughing about the chocolate. Holy cow. Watching my videos and watching others is helping right now. Cool, that's awesome. Hey, Rodeo Grandma. What's up, Grandma? You just here? Cool. Sometimes that's all you need to be. It's just here. Do 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 do. Ba da da dun 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 dun. There we go. All right. I think I'm pretty confident I can get at least a couple hundred stitches done. Minimum, maybe up to 300 today. Or not today, this morning during the stream, which would propel me to potentially another 1,000. I don't know. We'll see how I feel like. My stitching preferences always change throughout the day. I might feel like stitching something else. I need a dark, dreary day. I just need a dark day that I can just kind of chill. Gonna get a little time off though in February. Mid-February, I think. We'll get some days off. Mint hot cocoa, drink it all year long. Oh, I had some of that last night. So good. And then I still put in some of the hot cocoa. I'll put in my gingerbread eggnog creamer. Will still go in there. All right, let me just highlight what's got going on here. Got that, got that, got that, got that. There we go. Get some coffee. It's the weather in Texas today, dark and dreary. I would love to have that. I believe I'm part of the minority here. I only work on one project at a time. Currently, it's My Sweet Rose, 16-page pattern, and I'm on page 8. That, I admire your focus. I admire your focus. I am a shiny object stitcher. Shiny object. Good morning, Belle. How are the bees doing? I'm trying to think. Hubby went and saw them last weekend, and it was very difficult to tell how many hives were still sort of hopping, because it was kind of a windy day. So when it's colder or windy, he won't open the hives up to make sure that everything still looks good. So he just put some sugar water out and replenish their pollen, and so on nice days they can get out and get some energy, get some food. But we're probably not going to really know for another 4 or 6 weeks as far as where we'll end up, what kind of new hives we'll need. I really do wish that, like, we could live someplace, well, it's maybe eventually, where we can control the water. Like, if we could just spend, like, if we had a garden or something, and we could make sure the garden was watered and the bees were near the garden, and that way they would get plenty of nutrients and they'd be able to make all the honey in the world. That would be cool. But we don't have that ability just as yet. And the whole idea of moving kind of went out the door, which was for the best. We were extending ourselves a little bit too much. Although we did put the grow tower back up this week, and hubby got some lettuce and some broccoli planted. Well, he got the seed starter stuff, and then he installed the stuff into the grower about 4 days ago, 3-4 days ago. So, can broccoli be grown in a grow tower? We're gonna find out if we can do it ourselves. Just want to give it a shot and see. It'd be cool if we could, and if we can't, then we can't. But gotta try. So in about, I want to say about 2-3 weeks, we'll probably have some veggies growing in there, or maybe enough to eat. Confession time. You'd never heard of hate until you found me. I went down that amazing rabbit hole the other night and found so many patterns I would like to get once I finish my current piece. Yeah, I blame all of you guys for the whole Hade thing, because I don't really work on Hades. I do a lot of cross stitch collectibles and I do a lot of other stuff, but Hade's so popular with all you guys. Y'all are just loving it. It's awesome. I go through phases on what I'm working on. Sometimes I stay on the same pattern, but it depends on if it draws me in. Absolutely. Stitch what you love what you stitch. Hoping to finish current project this week. 89% done. Nice. That is really awesome. I like it. Come here. Come here. There we go. Do 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 do. Come on, come on. I just had a thought. I was like, I'll be so glad to finish Reaper because I won't have to stitch on 18 count for too much. And then I was like, wait a minute, I've got pretty Waterloo place that I got to stitch on 18 count. That is difficult. I need to find what needle this is. How can I determine if I don't have anything else but the needle? How can I determine what needle I have? Help me out here, guys. I don't know these things. Because I really like this particular needle. My sister-in-law gave me this little embroidery pack, like supplies pack, and it has all these needles, and it has like a gold eye and slightly rounded tip. Not totally rounded, not terribly sharp, but it's just small enough that it works great on the 18 count. And so my problem is that it's the only one that I've found so far that's like that. So if I'm to stitch on Old World Map 2, I'm going to need more stitches than just that. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Oh, man. And I haven't rode at all this week, my little workout stuff. I have been way too exhausted every day coming home. Coming home late most days. But it's just one of those weeks you gotta get through. Gotta get through it. Gotta get stronger, get better, smarter. Ah, come here, thread. Come here, floss. Zuzu. Zuzu is hanging in there. The zoo is hanging in there. And it's Z-U-Z-U. That is a really cool way to pronounce it, or to spell it. But it's Z-U-Z-U after Zuzu's petals, after little Zuzu in It's a Wonderful Life. I think that's a short for Suzanne. And she is hanging in there. She's like I mentioned very early in the stream. My concern is that I'm worried that she might be developing stomach cancer, and something is clearly wrong, or has been clearly wrong. And despite multiple, many things that I've done for her, done on her, I can't. Yeah, biopsies are coming back not great. Hopefully, we'll have a final opinion on it on Monday. But if it's what I worry about, we're going to start seeing her do worse over the next couple of days. And we will see. We will see. We'll just have to wait and see. She is eating some. She wants to eat more. I'm just being very cautious about it right now. And she goes through phases where she seems like she feels normal, and then she seems like she still doesn't feel really good. So it's a very roller coaster ride right now. It's been that way since Monday, Tuesday. So, it was on top of everything. It was just a very busy, exhausting week at work. So, we're making progress. It's just it's a long road here. My throat sounds a little rough and coarse today, but I feel fine. I've had 2 good nights of sleep. You know, I feel good otherwise. Good morning from Tennessee. Hey, Nanette, how you doing? Good to see ya. Bella, thank you so much for following. I appreciate it. That is awesome. Welcome, welcome. But one thing we've determined for sure that if we lose Zoo, I think we lose Jelly pretty quickly. I think she'll just, she won't be able to do anything without the Zoo. She loves her sister and requires her for her mental health. Even though, to be perfectly honest, Zuzu doesn't care that much about, I don't think Zuzu cares that much about Jelly, which is kind of sad. But Zuzu just kind of lets Jelly hang out with her. They kind of sleep together. You know, Zuzu's not a dog. She's a person dog. And so the thing is she just lets Jelly kind of hang around her, but it's not like she comforts her really, other than just being there. But without Zoo at home this week, at times, Jelly has been pretty forlorn. I don't know. We'll see. Good morning, Sheila. Rainy and warming up? Oh, man, I would love rainy right now. Love me some rain. Love me some rain. Looking forward to some football games today. And some hockey games today. My Blues won last night. I've been doing pretty good. Oh. Ooh, that was a good upper back pop there. Didn't mean to do that, but that felt good. Hoorah. Stitching. Gonna get a lot done on this piece this week. I mean, honestly, I could speed things up and maybe get this done by the end of February. I mean, maybe. I kind of doubt it. I think it'll be the end of March, but we'll see. We'll see. Oh, we're going to go up to the cabin next Saturday. Up in Estes Park. The family, the married into family that owns said cabin, is selling said cabin to another distant family relation. We're going to go up and save or salvage or whatever, bring back some of the more important heirloom type things that are there. So we're going to make another run up there, which will be fun. Be a nice drive. Be a nice break. I have no idea if it's snowing up in the mountains or not. 2, 3, 4. Okay, we highlight this area. Nice, 94 stitches. Technically over 100 now today. Oh yeah. Hello from the Netherlands. Hello, Stitchy Dutchy. Hello. Thinking of Needlebug? Anybody heard from her since last Twitch? I know I haven't. She doing okay? Hope Suzu gets better. Me too. Love seeing my cabin pictures. It's so beautiful. Yeah, I should shoot some video up there, since this might be the last time we go up. We're kind of hoping that maybe the new people will let us still use it sometimes, but we don't know, because we don't know how much they're going to use it. They're going to do some renovations, which is going to be amazing, because that place, man, I tell you what, if we had ever won the lottery, we probably would have bought that place. Although I would prefer we buy something else, because I don't like how close some of the neighbors are, but I just like my privacy. But like upgrade the bathrooms, upgrade the kitchen, upgrade the freaking beds, man. You talking about like the thinnest mattresses that are like 30, 40 years old, sleeping on cardboard. No offense, but just being real here, I haven't slept overnight at the cabin in years because of that. Like, I won't sleep in the cabin because I'm like, there's no excuse not to just get a really, like, they're just single twin beds. Like, there's no reason not to get new mattresses, other than they're trying to like keep the natural or vintage feel to it. I'm like, well, there's vintage and then there's back breaking vintage. So, but alas, we did not win the $1 billion lottery. Be nice if a friend won. I was kidding. Well, it would be nice if a friend won, though I don't know if I would wish that on a friend. Finished another book this week, The Sword of Kaigen. And it is pretty brutal at times. It was a very emotional. It was a very emotional read. It's a very difficult read, but ultimately, I'm kind of like, that was pretty awesome. Like, I'm very pleased I read that book. It's a hard book to find. It's on Amazon. It's on Audible, but I couldn't find it on any of the other like library or nothing else, because it's a sort of a Japanese inspired fantasy tale. So most epic fantasies that are popular are sort of based in like Western European culture, and this one is more Japanese culture. So it's very eye-opening and different, and I like it. Very good. It's very good. 109. How about bringing a sleeping bag? I'd need like a sleeping bag and a foam mattress on top of the bed, or the floor. Yeah. It's literally like, yeah. Anyway, no fun. Not as much fun. And the cabin needs to be winterized. And, I mean, it's a beautiful cabin, but it's just, I mean, I would think that the people who originally built it would look at it now and be like, yeah, I mean, that needs to be like improved as time goes by. Like, it needs to be enhanced, and it needs to be fixed, and it needs to have, like, it doesn't have to stay the way that it was. I don't think that that honors the people who built it. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say. I mean, that's a discussion worth having. But you know, a renovation of something really old, a restoration, and improving something that is like that repair it show that's on BBC or whatnot. That's fun. But just improving some of the insulation factors, improving some of the heating factors. They wouldn't have a TV there. They wouldn't have internet there. They wouldn't have, like they insisted that it stay rustic and old fashioned. And I'm like, that's fine, because they used to be a rental. They used to rent it out to, during the summers. But as time has gone by, I think it's gotten a bit harder to rent out because, you know, unless you're in the unless you're in the Rocky Mountain National Park all the time, which is you're literally right around the corner from the entrance to it. But unless you're in the park all the time, if you want to just kind of relax in the cabin outside of reading or maybe doing board games or something, there isn't a lot to do. And that suits some people just fine. But if you were going to maximize the cabin, I think you'd want to do some upgrading. That's just me. That's just me. I'm being old fogey. I'm being all grumpy. I'm being all grumpy dwarf. Grumpy dwarf. Hurts my back. Hey, Azzy. Hurts my back. Thinking about that. Cabin sounds like it needs some TLC. You want people to be comfortable and safe. Yeah. And I would really, like, it'd be great if the cabin could actually be usable in winter, too. Because you can use it in summer and in the warm months, but that's when Estes is, like, incredibly busy. Or normally. Not as much this year, but most years it's just covered up with people. And if you could go in the wintertime when there wasn't as many people, I think that would be really cool. But the cabin has like little to no insulation, and the only heat comes from the fireplace. It's just the argument of, well, like my grandparents had a farm in Indiana. So I had like 100 acres. They had beef cattle, corn, that kind of thing. And my grandfather passed away, and then my grandmother decided to move down closer to the rest of the family. So they rented the farm, like rented the house and whatnot for a while, and then somebody came along who wanted to buy it. So they're like, okay, well we can sell everything to them, and they basically, bottom line, they did ultimately sell it. It was hard for some folks because of the sentimental attachment to the house and everything, but they did eventually sell it. And then we sort of spied on them because it's kind of out in the middle of nowhere in Indiana, and Google Maps actually you can go to Google Maps and actually see it, and which is crazy. And it took them about 3 or 4 years. They did some renovations. They actually expanded the house, and like it looks really nice now. Like it's sort of molded itself into a more modern home. And like part of the family thinks it's awesome that they took it, made it their own, and that it's, I mean, because they could have easily just demolished it and started over. Um, that they took it and made it their own by expanding it and changing some things. And then the other part of the family is like mad because they did change some things. They wanted them to keep it the way that it was. And I'm thinking, well, if you wanted that, you should have bought it yourself. And but things change. Gotta embrace the change. The only thing constant about change is change. Or wait, that's probably said. I probably said that wrong. I guess, but I'm not a very sentimental. I'm not a sentimental sort, or at least I haven't been. As I've gotten older, I'm not as sentimental. I think when I was younger, I was more sentimental, and I think as I've gotten older, I realized that there's there are some burdens that come with sentimentality, and I don't know. I don't think you should have to totally go crazy with trying to maintain the past. I mean, the past is the past. Things change. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. But the one downside of the whole cabin being sold is that my aunt and uncle won't be coming out here every summer like they used to. They didn't come out last summer because of COVID, and I don't think they're coming out this year because of that too. They have really no firm reason to travel out here, which be a little sad. We really enjoyed having them out here. They are closest in sort of how we think about a lot of things. Like we have a lot of things in common, and they'll be out here at some point though. Feels like it's getting colder, like the heat's been turned down in here. What do you think, Bird? Is it getting colder? Still haven't moved Mr. Axolotl into this room. Meant to. Just on the days where I can be lazy lately, I've just been lazy. Lazy. Yep. Hmm. You're sentimental, but only with certain things. You can definitely go overboard. Absolutely. Absolutely. Your house is 178 years old. Wow. You did buy it from the original family. Had to take care of the historical list with it. I had put a handicapped bathroom in for my parents when they moved in. I heard a lot from the Historical Society about that, but I had to do what was best for me and take care of my parents when they moved in. Yeah, I know, because it's like you've got, the desire to preserve something, but I think if it's a private home, I don't think that you really ought to, if you're going to put attention towards something, I don't think a house is what I would put attention towards. I think I'd be going, you know, nature. Let's preserve the nature. Are you near the, oh gosh, what river is it? The Tennessee Valley, whatever it is, that river that has all the pollution and whatnot in Tennessee. Although I was reading an article the other day about how some people have been going in and literally like pulling thousands of pounds of trash from the river. Okay, that's not gonna work. Another piece of floss, because there's so much trash, and there was, I want to say it's like runoff from some industrial plant or something. People matter more than buildings, or they should. Yeah. Absolutely. I might move this right here, get this out of the way. And I may move this over here so y'all can see a little better. Okay. Down here. Down here. Down here. Can't help myself. A little bit of weirdness. Little bit of weirdness. I need to sign off now. Hope everyone enjoys lots of stitching today. All right, Truffles. Later, Gator. See you later. I mean, what I take from my grandparents, and they were probably the most influential people on me when I was younger. We spent a lot of summers there, so a lot of concentrated time with them. And I saw how much hard work, how hard they worked. And I saw how good of people they were. And, just how good of people they were, just the way they treated others, looked at the world. Oh, do I? Oh, good gracious. Good gracious. Watch your phraseology. Ban. Hey, Val, what's up? Your house is next to the Hatchie Wild Refuge, 975 acres of amazing. It is amazing and beautiful, and it is in your backyard. That is really cool. That's like that Disney Resort hotel where they have like the wild animal park right next to it or in the middle of it. That would be cool. I like it. Oops, what was that? Oh, so now I've moved on to, well, I've tried other books this week. I tried reading, man, I sound like I'm slurring this morning. Oh, I think I'm still a little bit tired. I started reading that Forever War. Don't really care for it. It's an old sci-fi book, and I think it's because it is old. And it's sort of like, here's how futuristic the world will be, and it's in the year 2023. And it's such a pessimistic view of where society is in 2023. It's just gotten very difficult to listen to. So I've kind of stopped it. And the sad thing is I'm over halfway through with the book, and it gets such amazing like reviews and stuff. So I'm clearly missing something. So I'm gonna have to go back to it at some point. But I got that, and then uh, Red Rising is the other one that I'm listening to right now. Well, that I was listening to that I've kind of put to the side. Um, couldn't quite get into it. It's almost a little too dark for me in the beginning. So I'm going to put that on the back burner. I'll come back to that later, maybe when I'm in a better frame of mind for it. But I've moved on to this other book, which I can't remember the name of it. It's not a very good looking stitch. Nope, not at all. But I still want to find, I've got a couple, 2 or 3 books on hold at the library. I need to read the next Wheel of Time, that's for sure. I'm about 5 chapters in. I'll probably have to start over again. But at some point it'll kind of, I'll jumpstart with it and it'll be like, all right, woohoo, let's read, or let's listen, I should say. You stayed there for your son's 10th birthday? Where? Wait, what did I miss? At the refuge? He walked to the balcony to watch. Oh no, the Disney thing. He walked into the balcony to watch Animal Planet Live, as he called it. Nice. Well, we thought about it. It would be cool. Because can't you get like the night vision goggles? So yeah, so can't you get the night vision goggles so you could watch the wildlife at night? We were thinking about doing that at some point. Because my husband's never been to Disney. And so I'm like, dude, we gotta go to Disney. We gotta do the whole Disney thing. We gotta do Harry Potter. You know, we gotta do the whole thing. It would be great to go there with him. He's so laid back about everything. So it'd be a lot of fun. A lot of fun to do that together someday. But honestly, our next trip is probably back to see our family whenever we can finally go see our family. We got to go back and see them. So we might combine 2 trips in one visit. Fly into one place because our parents only live about 6 hours apart. So probably fly in to Atlanta and then drive down, see my mom, and then drive down to Florida, and then fly out of Florida perhaps. Take like 5 days, 5, 6 days and do that. Maybe longer. We'll see. That would be our goal. Hey, everybody's vaccinated. Let's do it. You know, kind of thing. I don't know. We'll see. We're still playing it very close to the vest, so to speak. You're back. Hey, Marzipan. Just switch to using your tablet so you can see all the colors so much clearer. Nice. You're an hour and a half from Disney. Nice. Well, I've been there many a time. It's just been years since I've been down there. And honestly, Florida is one thing. Well, yeah, because they have the Animal Planet. That would be one thing. I do want to take them to LA sometime because I want to take them to see the beach in LA or, you know, north of LA or whatnot. just because it's like, until I went to, like, as an adult, went to California and saw how, like, beautiful it really is and how much, like, the ocean is different from the East Coast and just how nice it is. Like, I don't want to live there, but it's really nice. Um, like, I was sort of like, blah, blah, whatever. And I'm like, I can see myself vacationing here more, hanging out here more. Oh, yeah, and Star Wars. The Star Wars thing. Gotta do the Star Wars thing, of course. Of course. The California Disney is the original and a whole lot more Disney history. Hey, Holder. Um, the Yeah, I went to Disneyland when I was a kid. I was probably about 9, and we've thought about that also because of the fact that, like, the Anaheim Ducks, where they play, is pretty close there, and we could catch a hockey game while we're there. We want to try different hockey stadiums at some point. This is all, like, highly theoretical in the future because first you got to get me out of the house when I'm not working. That is hard. Because we also want to do another cruise to Alaska. We'll be such better cruisers this time around because we'll understand so much more that it'll be fun. But I think it's going to be one of those things where I think by Memorial Day weekend, I think we're going to have a lot more people traveling. Certainly by then. Possibly even by, like, Easter time, spring break time here. Okay, I'm going to get rid of that. I won't be able to finish that. I got to get rid of that. Let's see here. 174. I say. I say. What frame stand would I recommend for a desk? Um, well, I'm using a floor frame. So um, a desk frame, you got to think about how much higher up you might have to sit. The Lowry stands are really good. What does everybody else think? What do you guys think? I don't really use, the only frame I've really gotten into using is this roller frame. Everything else has kind of been like, You only been to Disney once, you were 8, you think, you remember not liking it much. It's not for everybody. Jewels, not mules. Where's mules? Am I right or left-handed? I am right-handed. Although I'm a bit ambidextrous. Depending upon, I eat with my left hand. Like, if I'm using a fork, a lot of times if I'm out, I'll eat with my left hand, which is just crazy, but that's just how I do it sometimes. It's weird. I must say, my full coverage stitching has become so much more productive after one time of watching me live and you answering my questions. Nice! Just pattern keeper and gritting. Real game changer. Sweet! That is awesome. Very cool. Everybody can do full coverage. You just need the right frame of mind. Just pulling apart my strands of floss so that I can get to stitching more. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Bum, 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 bum. I'm using a hoop right now, but my childhood sweetheart's lives on a millennium frame. Nice. You're over 20% done now with the metallic teapot. Very cool. So how are you feeling about stitching with those metallic threads? You have a Lowry floor stand, but was looking into a roller frame lap desk frame for when I stitch in bed. Ah, nice. I stitched in bed for a little bit, but I could never quite get comfortable with it. I wish I could, but not quite. You guys go over here. Just passed over 38,000 stitches, so under 9,000 stitches to go now. Sweet. Ah. Oh, there we go. Oh, man. You like the effect of them, so it makes it worth it? Nice. Home stretch. Can't wait to see Reaper done. Me too. Millennium frame is very sturdy, but a bit heavy for my Lowry stain. It needs support or it will tip. Nice. And nice. To use the adapter with the Lowry, I have the 14-inch adapter and trying to figure out how to use it. There's got to be a video out there. Somebody must have a tutorial on that. Somebody. Oh man, you guys is like chilled out and sort of like as I am. I feel like it. Aha! I have you now. In my mind, just figuring out exactly where the stitching belongs. I've not done this myself, but I've seen people make a tabletop frame out of PVC pipe that the regular scroll frame or Q-snaps just rest on top of while you stitch. I can get you a YouTube link if interested. I can sense all the stitching, knitting, and everything going on. Everybody's got their heads down and they're working away at it. I like it. I like it a lot. I think I'm already doing so much better than I did last year. I feel like the beginning of 2020, especially like right around now when the whole virus thing started, like I was already freaking out about it this time last year. And I think it just distracted me and stressed me. And then we had so much stuff with the work project that I just couldn't get relaxed enough to really stitch. And so I mean, I'm already so far ahead of where I was. I think even in the first quarter of last year. Do, do. Filling in white so you don't need to count, just stitch goes faster. Yeah, that's for sure. Trying to psych yourself into starting the 50 plus French knots you need to do to finish your project. You're terrible at them. Oh man, dude. You know what you could do is you could just say, when I sit down to do a French knot, I'm going to do 5 French knots, and then that's it, and move on to something else, and just chip away at it. And then maybe some days you're doing 5, and you're like, I could do a few more, and then you do a few more, and then you do a few more. You just kind of chip away at it. That's sort of how I approach most things in life. How do you eat an elephant? Not that you would want to, but how would you? One bite at a time. So yeah, I'm a chipper. I'm a chipper. Chipper. Come all the way downhill. You should try chipping away. I'm usually more just plow through till it's done. That's my husband's plan of attack. I get so much more done if I do that, but I find that like so many things get in my way of finishing the things that I want to finish. Just life and just everything else that I have to do just gets in the way of certain things. So if I can just do a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time, as long as I'm making progress, then I feel good. I feel good about it. Bum, 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 bum. Just chilling, just big deep breaths. Oh yeah, that's the other thing I was doing this last week was doing some meditating, practicing some deep breathing. That really does help. Just big breaths, slow, especially at night. Like I'm laying in bed, and I can tell when I haven't done any of that because my mind will start to race a little bit, and I'm like, whoa, whoa, brain, you're not hijacking my sleep tonight. I'm gonna take some deep breaths, and then before I know it, I'm asleep. That's not where that goes. Nope. And I messed it up. Hold on. I'm gonna have to turn the heat up in this house. It's getting cold. Sweet. Another problem solved by the awesomest stream ever. Do 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 do. Bum 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 bum. Do do. go. Oh, and I started playing chess this week. I forgot about that. So I've been watching, like, somehow chess videos popped up on my YouTube list or whatever, somewhere, somehow. And I started watching a lot of the Magnus Carlsen videos, various matches he's been in. He's the world number one, has been the world number one for like 7, 8 years. And so I downloaded a little free chess app, and I'm very much a beginner. My problem with it is patience. I'm not good with patience. Don't have I don't have the right psyche to be really like, let me just think ahead and figure out what's going on here. But it's fun. So I'll play like a beginner level match, and sometimes I get beat, and sometimes I beat the computer. But it's fun. Speed chess. I know, I try to play the computer speed chess. So you had the wood stove going all day yesterday. Upstairs got so warm we had to open the windows before we went to bed. Nice. That would be nice. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I haven't done that one in a while. Maybe you should try your hand at a colonial knot. I hear they're easier and they have the same effect. I have a vague recollection of that as well. Very vague. I'm gonna have to drink a bit more coffee today if I'm gonna stay awake all day. I really do feel like, let me look. Is it dreary? It's not very bright. It's like it's bright. I got the windows, got the blinds drawn, the drapes drawn, so I can't quite see. But in my psyche, it feels kind of dreary. So maybe that's what I'm feeling. Put on another layer of clothes. Turn up the heat. Yeah, so Queen's Gambit, absolutely, because that's popped up on my, and I've watched a little bit of it on the videos, on the YouTube videos. I absolutely want to watch it now. I didn't want to when everybody was talking about it, but now I definitely like. I feel really interested in looking at it because the funny thing is that chess is very much a male-dominated game. Like I don't know if it's like the top 50 or 100 or whatever. They're all men. Dasha, thank you so much for following. I appreciate it. Welcome, welcome. But they actually had some videos where they had the world champion evaluating how the main character in Queen's Gambit was playing and sort of like how she was feeling and the emotions of what she would be feeling, and it was very interesting. It was very interesting. Hi, honey. Still streaming.
Suzu threw up if you want to look at it.
Okay. All right. I'll be back in a second, guys. I gotta go check on Zuzu.
She's fine. I just been seeing her with a geek.
Okay.
So I can get a pay of it. Oh, hold up here. It's chilly down right up here.
I'm back. Hold on. Come on around. Getting in the chair. Oh. She threw up again, which is not good. She snuck some pieces of dry food. I think yesterday she went into the garage and we didn't realize there was a little bit of dry food, and she went for it because she does have a bit of an appetite. But so that was 24 hours ago maybe. And that little bit of dry food that she had, she just threw that up with some fluid. So, yeah, the thing about her stomach when I went in there was it was very floppy. Like it was like a bag. It wasn't like a tight, strong piece of muscle like it should be. And I made an incision into an area that I thought, if she's going to have a something in there that's blocking her, it's going to be in this area. So I made the incision, and it was in the area also that the ultrasound had looked a little weird, x-rays had looked a little weird, and I really thought I'd find something in there, that, you know, piece of cloth or something that was causing the problem. I didn't find anything. And after about 20 minutes of looking around, trying feeling around the stomach, fleshing the stomach out and whatnot, I went to start closing in the incision, and I noticed at that point that the tissue that I had cut into, there was a like a at least a $half size piece, like a good 2 inches across, where the tissue looked very abnormal. It had changed from a fairly somewhat healthy appearance to like a gray and ashen and unhealthy, very unhealthy looking. Like, is this tissue dying? Is this, you know, cancer? Like, what is this? So I took a piece of that off of where I had done my incision, and then I closed it up. Um, and I used 2 different layers to kind of invert the incision, so hopefully it would provide it extra strength. And the biopsy came back yesterday, the preliminary biopsy came back and showed that the tissue I had submitted had some dead areas in it, and congestion and some different things. And the question would be is why? And in a golden retriever, the only not only, but the big number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 reasons for something like that would be cancer. So the possibility is that she could have cancer in an area of her stomach that is so specific to emptying the stomach. Like, you need that area in order to make things go through. And her cancer is starting there. And it's so subtle and so early that it's impacting function, but it hasn't necessarily emerged as cancer yet. That's my concern. So she's still acting, you know, relatively happy, but yeah. So my biggest concern is that that incision isn't going to hold. That tissue, because there was some of that tissue was already dead that I submitted, then the tissue around it is likely dead, which means it won't heal well. So if it doesn't hold, she's going to get sick pretty quick. And if I think that she's doing that, that'll be it. We won't push her through anything else, because there's not much else you can do for something like that. I mean, there is, but it's very invasive and it's very costly, and yeah. Anyway, so that's where we're at with that. I'm pretty bummed about it, just because she's like, you know, as much as she can be a royal pain at times, she's sort of like my husband's favorite. Like, she's so bonded to my husband that yeah. Okay. Ooh, let me go back up here, see what you guys are writing. Back when you were a teenager, you used to play chess. You even taught your brother, 11 years younger. It was fun playing with him until you started losing. Ah, nice. Just don't go too sane. A little crazy is a good thing. Nice. Love Lab. Sadly, we just put our girl down a couple weeks ago. She was suffering too much. She was 13, so she got some good years in. I'll say. Oh, man. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Hey, Karen. How you doing? Yeah. So, yeah, it's just a waiting game. Just a waiting game. 1, 2, 5, 1, 3, 4. Oh, I did way too many stitches there. I'm not going to worry about it. I was distracted. I put some black in there. It'll be fine. I almost didn't do a video Wednesday night for the weekly update. I had to spend the afternoon operating on Zoo, and then we had to kind of carry her home and get her set up. But I kind of got a second wind and felt like, yeah, let me just get this done. If I had operator on her and she was clearly like, if there was a clear horrible issue and we had to put her down at that point, I wouldn't have done my stream. So, or done my video. So if I don't do the video later this week, you guys will know why. Because I think we're going to have our answers within a few days regardless. Oh, you've been in the hospital for the last couple of weeks, now at rehab. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm glad you're home. Glad you're here. Hope you're feeling better. Ah. Shaking my. So one thing about the frame is if I don't put I have it like slightly uneven. So I need to put something over the frame to kind of get it to just stay and put. Oh, I should have turned the heat up while I was downstairs. I will admit that I snuck a taste of my Boston cream muffin while I was downstairs. I did do that. That was tasty. Come here. Come here, Needle. There we go. Do, 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 do. That. That. Okay, cool. I'm like, am I in the right spot? Yes, I am. Do, 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 do. Oh no, are you kidding me? Thanks, Val. Oh man, died under anesthesia? Yeah, that can happen. Nothing's for certain. That wound where you stepped on a needle last November. I remember when you stepped on the needle. Became infected with VRE, IV antibiotics, physical therapy for approximately 6 weeks. Dude. Remind me what VRE is. Man, that's tough. Anybody got the vaccine out there? I know X-Ray did. My mom got her vaccine. Very happy about that. She should be getting her next one in about a week or so. Do, 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 do. Ta-da. Ta-da. Oh, I did not stitch a perfect square there. A perfect 10 by 10 there. Did not happen. But I'm just going to get over that. Here we go. There we go. Here we go. You've had it, but the second pushed back till March. Ay, ay, ay. Hope you got second dose Friday, no effects. Yay! You actually have your camera mount with you so you could stream from rehab. Cool, sweet. Oh. Ah. Deep breathing. Deep breathing. You just got it yesterday. You sort of jumped the line. Ah, sorry, earthquake. Just jumped the line, so to speak, because you're in here essentially nursing home. They spent most of the day yesterday vaccinating staff and patients. Well, that's good. I mean, that's good that they're vaccinating everybody and that you got taken care of. Oh, your normal vet died? Oh, that stinks. Oh, man. Yeah, esophagitis with esophageal. Oh, strictures. Vancomycin resistant enterococcus. Oh, that's a bad one. Holy crap, dude. You go big or you go home. You go big. That's not good. right. Moving on up, moving on up. Brilliant. I bet. That stinks, man. That stinks. The stain-resistant carpet downstairs has been doing a great job of repelling a variety of stains. Thankfully, the little mini not steam, the mini cleaner, carpet cleaner that we have, together with, well, everything, has been able to clean out all the nastiness that has been coming out of the zoo without leaving any kind of residue. I think picking a darker color helped too. We should probably not talk about that. That's kind of gross. That's gross. Yeah, that's the life. Yeah, I would believe that Maggie did have a heart condition too. Um, you just don't know about it sometimes until, just like with people. So I've started to get splits on my thumb on the left side. You can see right there how it's, whoop, you can see right there. So it's the right side on this side that I keep getting the splits with. I'm trying to get a little one right there. And then that one there is fine. It's kind of callous, so it's okay. Now I've gotten one over on this side, and this one actually kind of hurts. I almost feel like I need to trim that back a little bit. But I hate having my especially my thumbnails not trimmed back, just because I feel like I scratch things very easily. But would having my nails longer protect that skin, or is it still just? Do you guys think it's like a matter of just protecting, moisturizing, you know, keeping my skin a little healthier? Because I've always trimmed my nails short. It's just been the last couple of years that I've had issues um, with my skin splitting there. But man, is it just annoying. You put the, hey, Christ, you put the Cornhusker lotion on before I go to bed. Really helps with the cracking. Yeah, totally. I put that on and I put Band-Aids over it to pull the skin together, and it does help. I wish I could do something like that during the day, but it gets in the way of just using my hands. Here comes the frog. No! It's actually Chris. Ah, you take the towel off. Nice, Chris. Very cool. Heavy duty moisturizing would help. Slather on at night. Cotton gloves. I got you. Yeah, I need to be consistent. Silver lining. All this sitting around a hospital bed means ton of stitching time. That's cool. Yeah, take that. Victories where you can. We bought a smaller project with you since bringing ye old craft room and 2 shoe boxes of floss seemed a little excessive. Well, you know, define excessive. I don't know. I would define that as progress. There we go. Lots of YouTube time. Absolutely. Get a lot of YouTube done. Okay, what do I do with the needle? There it is. Let me zoom this in. Over here. Ah. Do 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 do. There's that. There's that. Almost a 300? Nice. All right, I think one more strand of floss and then we'll be over a couple hours of stitching. It'll be time to go downstairs and bring the carpet cleaner down to clean up that mess. It's very satisfying to use that little mini. I don't know what it's called, like a mini something. Not mini Hoover. Mini something. What bird? Bird says, what? Let's see, make sure. Yep, I'm right up where I need to be. That. And that. I'm going to start at the top of the square up here. See, I really want to get, I know I'm coming up here and doing this dark bit because there you go, I got to put my foot on the frame here because I can, but I want to come back down and do, like I've been working on just the last remaining bits of stitching in this area because then I can roll, if I can get all that done, then I can roll this down to the point where I don't have to roll it anymore. It'll be ready to be finished. Hooray! Is there any way you can do Canadian patterns? You mean me do some Canadian patterns or Canadian patterns for the design shop? You love my videos, you watch them more than once? Cool. Thank you. Thanks, Chris. I saw Amagurumi. I can't even say that name. Amagurumi Crochet Bernie. I gotta say that whole thing with how Bernie was all like, that's my husband. Like the way he would be like all wrapped up and everything. That's totally what my husband would do. I'm a no-nail girl. Short is good, clean and safe. Put gloves on all the time and clean. Update. Turtle's doing great. Yay! Gaining weight every week. Up to 143 pounds. Nice. Oh, that's great. When did she go to her new? When did she go to her to the refuge? Chris, what kind of Canadian patterns would you like for me to do? I'm trying to find some like hockey patterns, but what kind of Canadian what kind of things would you like to see? It's an ink circles pattern called Well Suited. It only has black, red, and cranic gold, so much easier to manage. Card suits. I used to be a casino dealer, so when Danielle Stitcherista showed it on her channel a few months ago, I knew I had to do it. Ha! Nice. Yeah, that's New England. Stay warm. The heck with fashion. Yeah, I don't care about that. I don't care about that. Do 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 do. Da 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 da. What was it? Hubby was telling me that all the Muppet stuff has come onto Disney Plus. Is that true? I think it's Disney Plus. I don't think it was anything else. I think if that's the case, that's all he's going to be watching for the next couple months. He loved the Muppets. Muppets on Disney. Aha. Hero. Cheerio. I can't do Kermit. I am Kermit the Frog. Nope, can't do it. I like Fozzie. Fozzie Bear is cool. I like Monster. I like the two guys up in the balcony, the grumpy dudes. My permit is till June, and her living space will be ready by then. I will take care of her still, just in a different place. A ranger and myself will be taking care of her. We'll be doing every other day. Oh, that's cool. Waldorf and Astor. Okay, that's their names. It reminds you of your uncles. Nice. I didn't know their names. That's cool. dun, dun. Statler? You guys have immense knowledge. Immense. Immense. Ba-da-da-dun-dun-dun-dun. Sorry. It's hard to just sit here and not make noise. Boom. 3, 4. Oh heavens, they serve lunch so early here. It's only 11:30 and dinner usually comes before 5. Well, yeah, it's because the shift changes and they want to be able to clean up before they go home at night. And so we have, I mean, my husband and I eat lunch or eat dinner at like we're getting so old. We eat dinner at like 4:30, 5 o'clock every night. And on the weekends, a lot of times we'll have like what we'll do is we'll just eat once. And we'll have like a late lunch, like 2 or 3 o'clock. We'll have a late lunch, a mid-afternoon meal, and then that's all we'll eat all day. It's just easier. Okay, now I'm completely confused as to where I'm at. Ah! Ah! Wish you could eat earlier, but hubby doesn't get home till 6:30, 7 o'clock. Ah, get you, dude. I wouldn't mind eating a little later. It's just, I think the routine that my husband has is just eat a little earlier so that he can, usually by 6, he's meeting his friends online for the video game stuff they play. So he likes to, he's usually the one that's cooking and stuff. So he just wants to have it all done and everything up. And I don't mind. I think it's great. Yippee! Your blood glucose was only 92, so you get to have dessert. Yay! What's for dessert? Hey, Coop. Yes, Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. So, okay, Victoria Parliament Building. There are lots of nice places, and they show on Google of Victoria. Yeah, my husband and I actually went to uh, Victoria on our cruise. And so we got to see a lot of that. The Parliament building was gorgeous. And I think I remember when I was there, I was like, this would make a really nice, right across the harbor there. Um, so that sounds good. I need to go look for some. I definitely need to do some more black and white stuff. Been more like stitching this week rather than designing for the last couple weeks, actually. But that's okay. Sometimes we just need to do that. Free time has been in a little bit of short supply. The pictures are color. You don't know if I could do them in black and white. It just depends. Some of the ones that I've done in black and white, I've actually just converted to black and white. Um, for buildings, I like for them to be black and white. I just think it's just easier. Um, but we shall see. Sorry, guys. I think I need another cup of coffee. I will have to get up and get that when I'm done here. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do, 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 do. There we go. There we go. Are your black and whites really only black, or are there grays? The only one that's well, there's a couple that are grays. The lioness is gray. Taj Mahal. Is Taj Mahal monochrome? I think Taj Mahal is monochrome. Yeah, it's monochrome. Um, so yeah, just lioness I think is the only gray that one that I have. It came out really, really well. Willy, willy well. Oh, thanks to Daphne. And but for the most part, it's all black. All black. How is the Binky doing? The Binky is well. She is, I think she's over in her bed in the bedroom. I don't think she's behind me. Nope, she's not behind me. She's been venturing out a bit more over the last week, and so she'll come in here when she feels like it, want to sit behind me. Or if she needs some cuddles, we do some cuddles. But she's otherwise doing great. She's a hoot and a half, is what she is. She's little Miss Stubborn, but she's gotten more and more comfortable with the other dogs downstairs. You know, kind of fitting in with them, understanding. You know, they really just don't care about her, so she doesn't have to be worried, which is nice. There. You just discovered all the stitching I did yesterday on a sampler is 3 stitches too far to the left. I would just have to reserve the right to artistic freedom, and we'll just have to adjust so it comes out symmetrical. See, there you go. That's how you do it. You just and overcome. right, so I'm just going to finish up a few more stitches here, and then I will be closing down the stream, gently down the stream. Stitch, 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 you do. Down the stream. Oh, nice. There we go. Very nice, very nice. And in total, 323 stitches. I'm at 81.2%. I got about 8,800 stitches to go. That is cool. Conceivably, if I do 1,000 stitches a day, I could have this done in 10 days. I don't see myself doing that because that's a lot. So, but that's where I'm at. I did all the black first on Well Suited. It looks really cool, like filigree. Now filling in hearts and diamonds with red. You really enjoyed the monochrome. It was a nice break from all the confetti. I gotcha. Yeah, it's nice to have like goes back and forth. We do a lot of colors and then maybe just do the same color for a bunch. But alrighty, guys, I am gonna move along for the rest of my day here. I thank you very much for the conversation in the company, hanging out today while we work on our projects here, especially as I get Reaper progressing to getting done. So close, guys. So close. So I will probably be doing more work on this today. I think it would be appropriate. Hope you get to catch the live in which I take my last stitch. That would be cool. It's going to be a little while yet, but it's going to be cool. Alrighty. Well, all you guys stay safe, get healthier, get healthy, stay healthy, drink coffee or cocoa, water, whatever you need. And yeah, I'll see you guys this week. We'll see how much progress I make. I should be able to stitch on Thursday. I always feel like I should be able to stitch on Thursday, and then stuff always seems to happen. So hopefully this next Thursday I can go back to normal with this. But anyway, y'all take care, and I'll see y'all later. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. I'll keep you updated on Zoo. Have a good one. Bye.